If your income keeps going up and then crashing back down, it's probably not your strategy. It's probably not the algorithm. And it is definitely not because you're bad at business, right? There's a very real chance your nervous system is quietly controlling how much success you allow yourself to hold. Most people think money problems are strategy issues, right? But what I've seen over and over again, especially with women building businesses, is that the income stability is often nervous system instability. When your internal state swings, your behavior swings. And when your behavior swings, so does your revenue, right? So today we're going to talk about something that almost nobody explains to you in business. Your nervous system may be the hidden reason your income feels unpredictable. And once you see this pattern, you can start changing it today. What's up, my peeps? If you're new here, welcome. I'm DJ, a master manifester and identity shift coach, and I'm here to help you step into the identity of the person you're meant to be so you can create the life you truly deserve. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's talk about this because when I first understood this, it explained so many patterns I had seen in myself and in other entrepreneurs. You know the cycle, right? You have a good month, 1 month, right? You're showing up consistently, you're posting consistently, you're talking about your offer, sales are coming in left and right, you feel powerful, right? And then suddenly, the next month slows down. You start to hesitate. You start second guessing yourself. What am I doing wrong, right? You pull back your visibility and you're sitting there wondering, what just happened? What the heck is going on? Well, your nervous system may have happened, all right? So, what the nervous system does under financial stress. Your nervous system has one job, and that's protection, to protect you. It constantly scanning your environment, asking, is this safe? Are we safe? Now, most people think the nervous system only reacts to physical danger, right? But it also reacts to emotional pressure. That's right. Financial pressure, visibility pressure, responsibility pressure, rejection pressure, even success pressure. So when your business grows, when your money increases, when people start watching you, and when expectations rise, your nervous system can interrupt that as pressure. Your nervous system can interpret that as pressure. And pressure can trigger a stress response, right? So we're going to talk about expansion versus contraction response. When success stresses you, there are two common responses. We can have expansion or contraction. Expansion looks like this, all right? So you keep showing up. You keep promoting your offer. You stay visible even when things feel uncomfortable. Now, on the other hand, contraction looks like you slow down. You start to second guess yourself. You want to start overthinking every post. You hesitate to talk about your offer because you don't think it's good enough. You disappear for a few days, and sometimes those few days turn into few weeks. And here's the tricky part. You may not even realize you're doing it, right? You just feel off. But what's actually happening is your nervous system is trying to regulate pressure. Unfortunately, that contraction affects your business because revenue follows behavior, and behavior follows identity and emotional state. Why success can trigger fear. This next part surprises people all the time. Success can trigger fear. Yes, fear. Not because you don't want success, right? But because success brings unfamiliar pressure, more visibility, more responsibility, more people watching what you are doing, more eyes on you. Suddenly your brain starts asking questions like, what if I can't maintain this, right? What if this was just luck? What if I mess up? So instead of leaning into growth, your system tries to bring you back to what feels familiar. And familiar might be the income level you've been operating at for years. That's why people often experience the same cycle. Good month, then contraction, then rebuilding momentum again. It's exhausting, right? Stress behaviors that sabotage revenue. Let's talk about the behaviors that show up when your nervous system is under pressure. These are incredibly common. You delay posting. How many been there? You over-edit everything. You hesitate to talk about your offer. You check analytics every 5 minutes. I'm guilty, right? You start thinking, maybe I need a new strategy. Maybe I should change my offer. Maybe my audience doesn't want this. And suddenly you're rebuilding your business again and again. Meanwhile, the real problem wasn't strategy. You didn't have an issue with that. It was stress. Your nervous system needed regulation, not reinvention. All right. Regulation rebuilds capacity. This is where things shift. Okay. Most entrepreneurs are trying to build a strategy, but what they actually need is capacity. Capacity is your ability to hold growth without collapsing. Capacity is your ability to stay steady when your results fluctuate. Capacity is your ability to keep showing up even when emotions change. And that capacity comes from nervous system regulation. When you're regulated, you don't panic when engagement dips. You don't slash prices out of fear. You don't disappear when sales slow down. You stay steady. And steady behavior builds trust in your audience. Trust builds your income. All right? What stable wealth actually requires? Stable wealth isn't built through hype, right? It's built through stability. There are 3 things that matter more than most people realize. First, emotional steadiness. You don't swing wildly based on every result. Second is your repetition. You keep showing up. Even when it feels boring, even when it feels like nobody's watching, even when motivation disappears, even when the algorithm decides to take a nap that day, right? Identity enforcement. You reinforce the identity of someone who holds success, not someone who collapses under pressure. That's the real difference between people who occasionally have good months and people who build a stable income, right? And listen, if you're watching this thinking, okay, DJ, I might have disappeared from Instagram for a week last month, you're not alone. I've done it. I've been there. I've been exactly where you are. A lot of entrepreneurs have done it, right? One slow week and suddenly we're like, well, maybe I should just quit social media and go live in the woods, right? Raise chickens, right? Start a candle business, right? Become a mastery forest person, right? We get so dramatic about it, but the real solution isn't disappearing at all. It's a regulation. This is exactly the work we do inside my community, Elevate Your Path Academy. We focus on identity stabilization because when identity stabilizes, decisions stabilize, all right? When decisions start to stabilize, behavior stabilizes. And when your behavior stabilizes, let me tell you, income finally becomes more predictable. Yes. So if you're someone who is tired of rebuilding momentum every 3 months, tired of good months followed by contraction, then this work might be exactly what you need. All right? If this video resonates with you, it probably means you're starting to see the deeper patterns behind your income and behavior. And awareness is the first step towards real change. If you enjoy this conversation, make sure you subscribe for more grounded identity and wealth teaching. Like this video so more women can find it, and share it with someone who needs income stability, all right? I know we all do. I would love to see you in our community. The link to join is in my description. All right, that's it for today. Take what landed, leave what didn't, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love, my peeps.